Right, so today we are talking about Mikey Whipwreck. Sorry, I'm going to go into his generalisation on who he is, and then we'll go deeper into him as in general. Yeah, as you see, I'm not wearing a mask mainly because all the masks I did try and wear, I felt they were too hot. This is a bit hot, but it's less steamy and less annoying than the other ones. Could have worn one of my Leech Store ones, but I feel like I wear them too often, so I'm trying this. So John Michael Watson, better known by the ring name of Mikey Whipwreck, is he's an American semi-retired professional wrestler. He is best known for his career in ECW, where he was ECW Triple Crown champion. Whipwreck is a former world champion, winning the ECW World Heavyweight Championship once. He's also became the two-time world television champion and three-time world tag team champion in ECW. Watson began his professional wrestling career in ECW in 1994 and received the push of an underdog. He quickly recaptured the television championship, his first title in the company. He would later form an on-and-off partnership with Cactus Jack, whom he held the tag team championships with twice between 94 and 96. A year later, he captured the World Heavyweight Championship at the age of 22 and became the youngest ECW World Heavyweight Champion. He would compete as a mid-card in the company before leaving in 1998, but returned to the company in late 1999 for another title shot. After a short stint with the World Championship Wrestling, WCW, shortly after his return, Whipwreck aligned with the Sinister Minister and formed tag team with Yoshihiro Tajiri, called the Unholy Alliance, and would win his third World Tag Team Championship with Tajiri. The team existed until ECW's closure in 2001. Before becoming a professional wrestler, Watson joined Eastern Championship Wrestling as part of their ring crew, whom would usually work for free as long as they could have fun in the ring themselves before and after shows had finished. Joey Styles suggested that ECW booked Paul Heyman to check him after watching Watson practice a variety of aerial maneuvers before the live show began. He was hired by ECW after being asked by Heyman to wrestle in the company. Watson was trained by future tag team partner Cactus Jack and made their debut under the ring name Mikey Whipwreck. The February 1st, 1994 episode of NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling, where he teamed with Keith Shearer in a tag team against Kevin Sullivan and the Tasmaniac. Whipwreck continues to make appearances and as enhancement talent for the next 3 months on Eastern Championship Wrestling. Champion ring on May 17th episode of Eastern Championship Wrestling, Whipwreck defeated the Pitbull to win the World Television Championship with I don't know where I was. Yes, he won that. His first time in ECW. Whipwreck was heavily pushed upon his debut as a fan favourite underdog character. He made his first televised title defense against Kevin Sullivan, an episode of Eastern Championship Wrestling, where Whipwreck won by disqualification. He made a successful title defense against 911 by disqualification at When Worlds Collide. Whipwreck soon ended the feud with Jason after Jason interfered with Whipwreck's title defenses against Rock and Bradwell at Hostile City Showdown and Chad Austin at Heatwave, and assaulted him during his matches. Whipwreck dropped the World Television Championship to Jason in a no disqualification match at Hardcore Heaven. Then on August 13th, when the Pitbulls attacked Whipwreck. 2 weeks later, the NWA World Title Tournament, Whipwreck substituted Terry Funk and won the World Tag Team Championship with Cactus Jack by defeating the Public Enemy. The duo held the titles until November to Remember, where they lost the titles to Public Enemy. Whipwreck closed the year with a win over Donnie Allen at Holiday Hell in December. He was named Rookie of the Year by the Wrestling Observer newsletter in 1994. Whipwreck continued his rivalry with Jason in the early 1995 and formed a tag team with Hack Myers. Whipwreck and Myers lost to Jason and Paul Lear. The tag team match and returned Funker. The duo soon began a feud with Raven's Nest after Whipwreck defeated Steve Richards at Hostile City Showdown. Whipwreck joined forces with Raven's Nest rival Tommy Dreamer to take on Raven and Steve Richards in a tag team match at Enter the Sandman, which Whipwreck's team lost. At SummerSlam, Whipwreck began a new angle with Taz by picking a fight with him after Taz continued to assault his defeated opponent Joe Hartgood after the match, but Whipwreck was taken down by a Taz mission. Whipwreck lost to Taz in a series of matches and won at Big Ass Extreme Bash. At Heatwave, Whipwreck attempted to gain the ECW World Tag Team Championship from the Eliminators with Sabu as his partner, but failed to win the titles. He captured the European Wrestling Association European Junior Heavyweight Championship by defeating Dirtbag Kid and appeared with the belt on ECW television until losing it to Sabu in London, England in December. Whipwreck appeared on the February 24th, 1997 episode of Monday Night Raw, taking place at ECW's home arena, Manhattan Center, where he lost to Taz as part of the angle between ECW and WWF. This would be his only WWE match. He took a hiatus from ECW the next few months until return to television on an episode of Hardcore TV where he and Spike Dudley lost to Big Dick Dudley and Devon Dudley. Whipwreck and Dudley began teaming together and got involved in a feud with PG-13. Whipwreck and Dudley lost to PG-13 at Orgy of Violence, but defeated PG-13 of Whipwreck's longtime rival Jason in a handicap match at July's Heatwave pay-per-view. Whipwreck's next placed in a rivalry with newcomer Justin Credible, who was being managed by Jason. Whipwreck faced Credible in a match at November to Remember, which Whipwreck won by pinning him after a whippersnapper, ending Credible's televised winning streak. Whipwreck disappeared from television to return to the Living Dangerously pay-per-view in 1998, where he helped Tommy Dreamer beat Credible. Whipwreck lost to Credible in a rematch at May's WrestlePalooza. He competed with Rob Van Dam for the ECW World Television Championship at It Ain't Seinfeld, where the match ended in a no contest after Sabu interfered and attacked Van Dam. Whipwreck would compete against Sabu in a match that ended in no contest after Sabu interfered and attacked Van Dam. Whipwreck would then compete against Sabu in a series of matches throughout the year. His last rivalry in the company against Jerry Lynn, he defeated Lynn in an opening match at Ultra Clash. He lost the televised match to ECW. In ECW was the loss to Lynn, an episode of Hardcore TV. Watson left ECW for WCW in the late 1998. He made his surprise WCW debut, Uncensored pay-per-view in March 1999. Unsuccessfully challenging Billy Kidman for the Cruiserweight Championship, he only made 3 pay-per-view appearances. He would lose to Scotty Riggs at Spring Stampede, Van Hammer at the Great American Bash. His final WCW pay-per-view match was a Junkyard Invitational at Bastille Beach. He left WCW after several months of disillusion by his lack of push. While in WCW, he generally wrestled in a cruiserweight division or competed against fellow ECW alumni in the hardcore division, which made him have second thoughts about staying in WCW. His last match was a draw against Chase Tatum on a Monday Nitro. Watson returned to ECW in October 1999 at a re-enter the Sandman. He was brought back to the company by Lou E. Dangerously and faced Mike Awesome for the World Heavyweight Championship, but lost. Whipwreck unsuccessfully challenged Rob Van Dam for the Television Championship. In 2000, Whipwreck faced C.W. Anderson in a losing effort at Guilty as Charged. Whipwreck competed in a mid-carder, aligning himself with Sinister Minister. During this, his character was changed from a lovable loser to a pyromaniac. During this time, he began competing against lighter wrestlers in the cruiserweight division. He competed in elimination matches at May's Hardcore Heaven and July's Heatwave. During this time, he frequently feuded with Little Guido and joined forces with Tajiri. Whipwreck and Tajiri formed a tag team called the Unholy Alliance. In July 2000, at Midtown Massacre, the Unholy Alliance won the one-night tag team tournament for the vacant World Tag Team Championships. They defeated the full-blooded Italians in the quarterfinal round. Easy Money and Julio Nero. In the semi-final round, the teams of Jerry Lynn and Tommy Dreamer and Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger in the final round. The three-way dance to win the vacant titles. The Unholy Alliance dropped the belts to the full blooded Italians on the September 8th episode of ECW. The Unholy Alliance unsuccessfully challenged the full-blooded Italians for the tag team titles at Anarchy Rules. The duo got another opportunity at the titles in November to Remember, where Whipwreck was injured in the match and was replaced by Super Crazy. A late career. In early 2001, I'm missing a paragraph, sorry. I just skipped. Right, so the last bit before that, before I get into his late career in 2001, 2020, I'll go into what happened after the Super Crazy bit. The marked of the beginning of the brief alliance with Super Crazy and Unholy Alliance, which ended after the trio lost to Heart Commodity in a 6-man tag match. The Unholy Alliance turned on Crazy when Whipwreck helped Tajiri defeat Crazy in a match by delivering the whippersnapper to Crazy, allowing Tajiri to win. The duo became villains in the process, began feuding with Crazy, and the duo defeated Crazy and his partner Kid Cash in tag team matches at Massacre on 34th Street. They defeated Crazy and Cash and the full-blooded Italians on a three-way dance in the ECW final pay-per-view, Guilty as Charged. This was Whipwreck's final career in ECW as the company folded down due to bankruptcy shortly after the final event. Now we can get into his late career. So in 2001, Whipwreck announced his intention to retire in May 2002 if he was not hired by WWE or WWF at the time, or BRC in the interim, expressing his interest to pursue a career in pyrotechnics. By June 11th, he had decided to retire by September of that year, and he was wrestling style begun, resulting in several nagging injuries, including 2 herniated discs, damaged knees, and damaged right shoulder, and a jaw cracked to the point of not even being able to eat hard food. In tribute to Whipwreck, the Border City Wrestling hosted the Mikey Whipwreck Retirement Bash in 2001 at the Gatineau Club in Windsor, Ontario, and featured several prominent ECW performers such as Tommy Dreamer and Sabu. Whipwreck wrestled his American retirement match, defeating Little Guido. Whipwreck broke his retirement before long, returning in 2003. He wrestled on several different promotions such as Ring of Honor, where he would often team with or against some of the wrestlers he trained. He also made a one-time appearance in Total Non-Stop Action, where he teamed with Sandman at one of the TNA's weekly pay-per-views against The Gathering in a losing effort. After he later appeared at Hardcore Homecoming, ECW reunion tour organised by fellow ECW alum Shane Douglas in mid-2005. On the Extreme Reunion portion of the tour, he teamed with Chris Chetty to defeat Simon Diamond and C.W. Anderson. 2 days later, the first ever ECW One Night Stand. Whipwreck, Tajiri, and the Sinister Minister reunited for one night only. Whipwreck and the Minister stood in Tajiri's corner during the three-way dance against Little Guido and Super Crazy. During 2006, Whipwreck worked as an agent for Liberty States Wrestling at the second ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view on June 11th, 2006, Whipwreck was seen on camera celebrating with ECW wrestlers after Ron Van Dam won the WWE Championship. In February 2008, in his final New England wrestling appearance, Whipwreck was set to team with the Blue Meanie to challenge for the NECW Tag Team Championship at the New England Championship Wrestling's Genesis 8 event in Quincy, Massachusetts, but due to car troubles, Whipwreck was unable to attend the event, causing Blue Meanie to pick his replacement. September 2010, Whipwreck and Skyfer defeated the Big Time Rush to win the New York Wrestling Connection Tag Team Championships. Whipwreck made his debut for his former partner Tajiri's new wrestling new classic promotion in Tokyo. He teamed with Tajiri in a tag team hardcore match where they defeated Jado and Guido. 2 days later, Whipwreck and Tajiri defeated Yohei and Yusaka Kamada in another tag team hardcore match at Osaka. Whipwreck's tour of WNC concluded May 27th when Tajiri and Kana were defeated in a 6-person main event by Akira, Dave Finlay and Saruru. Whipwreck returned to WNC on August 30th when Khan and Tajiri were defeated by the barbed wire board death match by Akira, Starbuck and Suru, with Akira pinning Whipwreck for the win. Whipwreck, Kana and Tajiri were also defeated in a rematch the following day in Osaka in the third and final barbed wire board death match between the two teams. Whipwreck pinned Starbuck to win the match for his team. March 12, 2015, Watson announced the intention to leave Whipwreck, fade into the past. September 14, 2015, it was announced that Mikey Whipwreck would be a playable character in WWE 2K16 video game. So from what I can see, he does every now and then do an appearance. I'm not sure what he's currently done any appearances, but as of 2018, he didn't really do much within a few years since 2016. I can't say what he has and hasn't done because there isn't much that I could find. But if you know what he has done recently, comment below and what you know. I just thought I'll do Mikey Whipwreck because dark now. But yeah, that's better. Yeah, if you do know what he's doing now, Mikey Whipwreck, just say in the comments what he's doing because I couldn't find anything. Also, if you want anything put on this board, I've got a board. So if you want to put something on there, I will put something on there. I just thought I'll put ECW Wrestling's Mikey Whipwreck. I don't know what to put. Originally it was this video today. His name. We can put whatever if people actually bother to watch these because I know a lot of people have only watched a few seconds and I'm like, no. But yeah, if you want a different kind of video where it's not about a person, if you want me to review some kind of match, I'll try and do it. Unfortunately, I do not always have the time to watch it because most of the time I want it early, so I can't watch the whole entire thing. And if I do, I can't show it because I will get striked. But yeah, hopefully you like this one and you will watch it all the way through. If not, so I will make another one anyway.